Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Venus retrograde reading for you. Now, Venus retrograde begins March 1st and lasts for 6 weeks. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. If you are sound sensitive, this is the time to mute the reading. Let the healing energy wash over you and unmute it when you see me pick up the singing bowl. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Pisces, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, we are crowned with the Fool. That is beautiful. We then have the Knight of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. The Seven of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, angels and spirit guides, the Five of Pentacles, ooh, the Ten of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Death card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So you are taking this gift of healing, beautiful love that's coming in, and you are taking it with openness and with honesty of heart. Kind of the innocence of a child comes forward during this Venus retrograde. Not kind of, the innocence of a child comes forward during this Venus retrograde. And this is going to be a very healing time, but do note that it is going to be an intense time for you. You are tackling coming out of a poverty mentality when it comes to love. I know nobody loves to hear that, but it is important to note where it's kind of like, I don't get to have this because I'm not as cool as everybody else. I'm not as this as everybody else. And Venus retrograde is bringing forward all the blockages, all the issues we have in relationships. And it is giving us a chance to heal. It is giving us a chance to be empowered. So it is bringing out these issues, and we are going to see that we are transforming. And we are really becoming the hero of our own story, but also having clarity of mind and insight. And where's everything, kind of chaotic and overwhelmed, and how do I need to move forward? So that's going to be really important. The Fool crowning this whole entire reading is us taking a leap of faith on love, on ourselves, on what it is that we deeply desire. Now, during a Venus retrograde, we can have old flames coming out of the woodwork. So this can be a very interesting time where, people that we were like, no, or that said no to us, okay, come back and they're like, you know what, maybe. Set clear boundaries here, Pisces, because that's going to be really important. Because what's happening is that we're getting a chance for closure. Now, either we can get a chance for closure out of somebody who wronged us or somebody who reminds us of this person. And it's like, wow, okay, this is empowering energy, moving us, guiding us. So just be aware of that. We could be thinking, oh my gosh, I always wanted to be with this person. I'm so lucky. No, step back and let yourself have these 6 weeks to really work this out for you, okay? So just be mindful about this. Also be mindful that we can take breaks from relationships, or that If we're in a relationship, it can feel like this 6 weeks we are ships in the night, right? We're passing by each other. We're not really connecting because they are processing and going through all their stuff emotionally, and we are processing and going through our emotional stuff through this Venus retrograde, and we're finding our balance, we're finding our equilibrium, and that's going to be very important, and that is very important for us. This is a great time, and this is the best time to take a leap of faith and to say what we want and to open up our voice to ourselves. And we are afraid to, but the Knight of Swords is saying that this is going to be a time where we are brave with our voice and saying, this is what I want, this is how I'm moving forward, and I'm cutting through fears. Now, we can overthink and overanalyze up and down the Mississippi, which can actually make it really hard for us to connect with our dreams and to connect with what we love and what we desire because our mind is too busy, right? We're drained and we're overwhelmed, and everything is being like siphoned everywhere else because there's so much chaos. Being able to calm ourselves, being able to say, I am not being pulled into the chaos of everybody else, and to stand in what we believe, but again, not be pulled into that fighting chaos energy is going to be so important, especially since this Venus retrograde begins in Aries, and Aries can be very combative, right? Aries energy can be very combative. We can start this Venus retrograde with being annoyed. We're just annoyed. Everybody's just a little bit annoyed and bringing more to the table, like bringing more emotions. They're just like bleeding over into everything. It's kind of like when you wash, whites and you accidentally got something red in there, everything now becomes pink. And we're like, my gosh, come on. So just be aware of that. The Seven of Wands is also very tense energy coming forward. We need to relax. We need to breathe. A meditation that I am loving doing right now is just setting a timer for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be long at all. You can set it for less if 5 minutes is too long. And just sitting there, focusing on your breath and letting yourself smile. When you first start doing this, like when I first started doing this, the smiles felt odd on my face. But now it doesn't, or even if it does, my body relaxes into the joy and the smile speaks to my heart. And so letting ourselves smile, letting ourselves connect is going to be really, really important because we're overthinking, we're overanalyzing, we're having things bother us with this Venus retrograde that it's like, okay, what's the bigger picture here? And the bigger picture for a lot of us is a sense of imposter syndrome, of not being worthy, of, feeling like I come with crumbs to the table. And that is not true at all. Whether we're in a relationship, whether we're looking for a relationship, this is going to be a time where we call out our inadequacies, when we call out our hurts and our pains. Why? Because the lungs guard the heart. Our voice guards our love. And if we are kind of dumping all over ourselves, mentally, verbally, our heart takes that in. And it's like, oh, okay, this is how I grow. And yet we come here from a place of lack, right? We take this gift of love, of nurturing, of healing, this Ace of Cups that God Source Spirit brings us. And we go from this place of lack with the Five of Pentacles to a place of bounty and abundance with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is coming out of a time of feeling generationally cursed. It is stepping into bounty. It is stepping into generational blessings. It is opening up the door to abundance. And it is saying, I deserve this. I deserve this and more. And it brings us to the Death card. Excuse me. A dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. But Scorpio energy calls out the lies, calls out the deceits. We have the repeat of the number 7 3 times. 7 is a truth number. Okay? If you have a 7 life path, you will find that others can lie, cheat, and steal. They'll get away with it. You tell a little bit of a lie, you get called out. It can be a very annoying thing because you are drawn to the truth and you have to move towards the truth. And that's going to be this time for you. What are you settling for that isn't true? What does your heart long for that is your truth and your power? Be patient. Be patient because we are connecting with our heart's energy. The Page of Cups is our inner child coming forward and saying, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of connection. I move forward in love and in beauty. The inner child also comes forward and lets us know where we felt unloved, unwanted, uncared for. You know, whether it's from a parent, whether it's from a guardian, whether it was from people on the playground, siblings, whomever. Where did we not feel loved or like we measured up? And where did that plant the seed of inadequacy that we've been watering all these years? Because during this Venus retrograde, we're setting ourselves free. But overthinking and overanalyzing is draining our energy. And it's keeping us from, really moving forward with gusto. It's so funny because people always say, oh, look at things, journal, dive deeper into this. Sometimes you can look at things too much, right? And it's just like running a hamster wheel over and over again. Sometimes we need to say, okay, I see it. Not going to give it any more time. It's time to move on because bigger and better things are waiting for me, because they are. It moves us here to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. You are right, Pisces. Also, Pisces, you're way more intuitive than you give yourself credit for. You can also push off the intuition because you want things to be more fact-based, more logical, more in the know. But you have to set yourself free from that. You've also I've been getting this a lot with the Venus retrograde, with a psychic attack that has happened that took away your power of voice and your sense of self. And there was somebody else you gave your voice to, and now you're like, I'm sorry, I need to take this back. I need to take this back because my voice is linked to my heart. And I'm done with being thrown into chaos that has stifled my dreams. And that has told me no more than it has told me yes. And it brings us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is creativity. This is the sacral chakra. It is embracing our creativity. It is letting ourselves shine. It is looking at things in a different way. We all know the traditional story of love. We all watched Cinderella, right? We all saw Prince Charming, the traditional story of love. But what if that's a very certain type of flower, right? That's a very certain type of person that has that type of love. And we need to embrace the love for ourselves, our hearts for ourselves, our passions for ourselves, and the way to open up to what we truly love and what we truly need. And so here it is letting our hearts be creative. It is letting our souls guide us forward. It's letting us say, I don't have to fit into a glass slipper. And it brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Six of Swords, wanting to move too fast. Be mindful of wanting to push things too fast and feeling overwhelmed. The Fool here is also telling me that you're hearing a very unique song, a very unique way forward, and it's letting your voice shine through. It's letting you sing that song. It's falling into the rhythm of what your heart wants and what your heart loves. It's coming from love and compassion and joy and beauty, and it's letting you shine. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which is the meadowlark. It says, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery, which is what we're being set free for. We're being set free to embrace our heart and embrace our passion. And it moves us to our chakra message, which is the truth, our throat chakra. And it is saying, that's what, Spirit said, embrace the lungs, right? Speak the truth to you. What is true for you? Sometimes, a lot of times, we don't want to make waves, right? So many of us want to be loved and want to meet other people's expectations. But sometimes we have certain, our soul craves certain things, meaning that we can crave gentleness and kindness and compassion and, a slower way of existence, which isn't, the Hollywood love that is so over the top and grandiose. And it's being okay with that. It's letting ourselves be gentler and kinder and knowing that we can take more care, more time, more effort. It's like being an orchid and expecting, it's like people expect everybody to be a succulent, and okay, that's easy. But an orchid takes time and takes work and is complex. And it's letting ourselves be complex without apologizing for that. And then it's also letting ourselves at time be a succulent if we need to be. It's being kind to ourselves and the complexity of our soul. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of, which is the Four of Wands. Here, it's being mindful of what commitments you truly want and how you want to move forward in your life. Because the Four of Wands is celebration. It's the minor arcana marriage card. It is new house. It is new job. It is, that wave of celebration that we ride these highs on. And then it's like, okay, well, now I have to make a life out of this. What the heck next? So just be mindful about this energy. It moves us then to the Four of Pentacles subconsciously. There's vampiric energy that is weighing us down. And there is going to be, during this Venus retrograde, there are going to be times where we start to see things, where we start to call out certain emotions, where we start to see certain doubts or fears within ourselves. And we're like, that's not cool. I'm not perpetuating that anymore. And we're breaking ourselves free from a prison of doubt and fear. And that is going to be very important. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this Venus retrograde and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed Venus retrograde. Bye.